Hey everyone, welcome back. So one of the first videos that I did on Palantir, I talked about how Palantir could be working with Tesla because of that connection of Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Alex Karp. They all came from that PayPal network or PayPal mafia that everybody calls. And I felt that there could be a possibility, a slight possibility, that Palantir could be involved with Tesla's neural net or pure vision, not now, but maybe sometimes in the future. Then this article came that we are discussing today in this video that makes me believe and makes me even more bullish that why I feel Palantir is getting into that EV game sooner than I anticipated. A recent article that just published a few days ago talks about how Vevo, it's basically a data collection platform for EVs and cars, and I'm going to discuss in detail how they're working with Microsoft, how they're working with Palantir, how they're working with big insurance firm Sompo. It all gets connected, and how I feel this is really exciting industry for Palantir to embark and to kind of make their mark. In this video, I'm going to break it down why I feel this partnership has a lot more depth than what we see on the surface. So without any delay, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk about why I see this partnership to be a win-win for all the companies. So before we talk about Vevo and all the exciting things that they do, here are some facts. Auto manufacturing is facing one of the most massive transformations in the last 120 years. Traditional automakers are challenged by EV companies. Traditional car ownership or traditional taxi companies are challenged by Uber and Lyft. There is a huge movement into the digitization of auto manufacturing. Also, the rise of the connected vehicles, the rise of the data that has been collected from these vehicles is massive. So when a transformation like this happens, and I could compare this transformation to the transformation of internet when first internet came, how everything changed. The same thing is happening in the car manufacturing business. This transformation is no less than the internet transformation because that gave birth to many more businesses, to many more industries when that whole transformation happened. And we could see the same thing happen with this EV transformation. Companies like Vevo, companies like Palantir, companies like Tesla has never been more important than now. So now we discussed and we laid the ground rules on why EV transformation is so big. Let's look at some of the small things that Vevo is doing. And I'm being sarcastic here when I say some of the small things. Okay, so Vevo is basically a data collection platform right here. They collect data from over 10 million live vehicles. This is massive. You see, Tesla's lead is because of the data collection. Now, a company like Vevo, which is not, of course, related with Tesla, is actually working with all other auto manufacturers to collect the data. So they have over 10 million live vehicles. They have covered over 95% of the US roads. Just think about it. 95% of the US road has been covered by this company, Vevo. On top of that, they have over 9 trillion data points. So they can go and see exactly what's going on. Look at this small image from their website, the average speed, the harsh braking. All this data is collected from the cars and being uploaded. On top of that, this is the exciting part. They have over 354 billion miles curated. That means they have studied over 354 billion miles. Tesla basically stands at about 3 billion miles, and that was in April 22 of 2020. So Tesla now today has a lot more miles. And I'm not comparing miles because it's not apples to apples, it's apple to oranges, because Vevo is not collecting the pure vision or the autonomous miles. They're collecting miles for all sorts of data. They're not in the autonomous driving. Don't get me wrong. Tesla's miles are much more useful for that purpose. But Vevo's miles are very useful for many other businesses that are related to the automotive or auto manufacturing. So that's why I feel this company is one of the leaders in their field. Now, when they announced the partnership that they are going to partner with Microsoft, Palantir, and Sompo, which is a big insurance company, to transform the future of connected vehicles, I started looking deeper into what it means. So after doing a little bit of research, what it means is basically that Vevo's data will be on Microsoft Azure platform. And I discussed in my previous video how Microsoft is working with Palantir. So Palantir is an exciting company, is one of the leaders. And when I see things like this makes me even more bullish on the company that they are doing the right thing. The stock might not reflect that, but again, hold on, we are just getting there. So on top of that, they will be collecting traffic and insurance solution or data for traffic and insurance solution remote diagnostic and integrated payments, advertising, retail and logistics, and mapping solutions. So you see, they are not collecting miles to solve FSD. Tesla is, they are not. They are collecting miles to everything else, which is also very important for any car manufacturer, including Tesla. They want to know a lot more things than FSD, and I feel that companies like Vevo can eventually, or companies like Palantir can eventually partner with Tesla to form that one big umbrella, that all the information is under that one big umbrella. Okay, now let's talk about what Palantir said when they announced this partnership. So Palantir's CTO, which is Shyam Shankar right here, or COO I should say, Foundry has powered data-driven R&D, customer service, early warning detection, risk management, and other critical workflows in this and other industries. We are excited to partner with Vevo and further our partnership with Sompo. So they were already working with Sompo for their insurance business, and now they're working with Vevo along with Microsoft. Really exciting stuff. So this is what Sompo said. From co-creating new insurance product for connected vehicles to proactively addressing mobility issues facing aging population. See, now they are talking about not just insurance purposes, now they are talking about aging population, which relates to healthcare as well. I feel data is collected and connected in every way form. If they're connecting data to insurance products, we are not only talking about automotive insurance, we are talking about health insurance as well. We are talking about a lot more things than just cars and just miles driven. Okay, now let's look at what industries currently Vevo offers their solutions to. Look at this. Government and infrastructure, fleet and logistics, GIS and location intelligence, businesses, which is media advertising, retail investment. And I'm going to draw a big line here that, see, this is all done by Vevo, and they can actually cater to all these industries. Advertising, car sharing and rental, fleet management, usage-based insurance, integrated payments, remote diagnostic, roadside assistance, traffic information. The list goes on and on. So when I see that Palantir is partnering with a company like this, think about all the things or all the data Palantir will have access to. Okay, very exciting. In my opinion, if any big news that came out this year, other than Palantir winning $111 million contract from this agency or $7.5 million from CDC, other than that, this is one of the most exciting news that I have seen come out of Palantir. Because I feel this will give Palantir the edge in this massive industry that's coming around, which is the EV industry. So now let's look at their stock. So I always talk about stock because I know that you are investor, I'm investor, and we want to know exactly how the stock is going to go from this point forward. So as we know that Palantir has been in downward pressure since their all-time high of $45, and they have seen some red days right here, as you can see. And then all of a sudden, the RSI changed, the MACD turned positive right here, and then we see this growth over here. But now, in my opinion, if we see any downturn, I cannot tell you enough that this will be the time, if we see more red days, to average down, average up, whatever you want to call it. This could be the time for us investors to go into Palantir if you are not already in the company. If you are already invested in the company and if you have some more capital, this will be the time to kind of enter. Because I feel that EV industry right now is sitting at such an interesting point that any company that get involved with EVs, connected vehicles, is going to do very well in the future. Because I feel everything will get connected in the next 4 to 5 years. And now we already see that happening, right? Like Tesla opening their superchargers to other car companies. I'm sure other EV manufacturers are also looking at like how can we divide and how can we rule? Because whoever is not being a part of it is going to left behind. So I feel this industry is such cool industry right now to get in because it's such an infancy right now. And Palantir working with EV industries, and along with that, see, if a car company is manufacturing cars, their advantage or their, I would say, edge is that, okay, they're making EV cars. But if you look from the data side, the advantage that Palantir is getting is that Palantir is basically collecting the data that they can use on many other industries that came out of this industry. So a data from EV doesn't mean that they can only do data from EV. They can use this data to so many more industries. And if you look at what analyst is saying, analysts are now changing their tone. See, before analysts were saying, you know what, you can just hold, or no, Palantir is not doing well, the multiple doesn't make sense. But now if you change into 1 month and look at what analysts are saying, that, you know, it's a strong buy, it's a strong buy. So I feel Palantir, where it's sitting right now, is one of the most interesting companies that we can invest in. And yes, I have done videos before because I feel every news that comes out of this company makes me even more bullish about this company. So I hope I was able to provide you some value in this video. If you get anything out of it, please do me a favor, hit that share, subscribe, and like button and help this video reach out to more Palantir lovers. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Until next time, you all have a wonderful day.